I knew it was going to be very late for this day, so I prepared a presentation which is like looking at my... לא יודעת, איך עושים את זה? אתה יודע לעשות? full screen. Control L.
כן, נכון.
Okay. 2 years here and I didn't get that. Okay. So I made a presentation which is like looking at my photo album because Sigal asked me to majorly talk about me and the way the time that I've been here changed my life. So if we've met 5 years ago, sorry, I would say, hi, my name is Keren, I'm a graphic designer, I do branding, but now my story starts a little different. I was born in Jerusalem, the main capital of Israel, and all my adult life I lived in Tel Aviv, which is the biggest metropolis of Israel. A few years ago, we moved to Ra'anana. Ra'anana is a suburb 20 minutes from Tel Aviv. The city did not give me any inspiration for nothing, and I was quite bored there. Combined with the, midlife crisis, I ended up here. And I met this gang. Some of the people here you know, also the person giving them a ticket for making us do something in the public space. This is what we've done that day. We provided shade to people walking around in one of the squares in Xulon. This project was later borrowed to Xulon Museum for their shade exhibition. In this course, I met this beautiful lady of you most know, Jane Jacobs. And you know probably that she lived around the 60s and 70s in New York, changing the way people look at city and the streets. And at the same time, I read a book of William White, showing and looking of public spaces. And I realized this is what I want to look. And this is Ra'anana. The main street of Ra'anana is Ahuza. You see it is a long street, 3.4 kilometers of a street. And this is the main city square. This is... okay.
Enjoy.
Yeah. The street was there right from the beginning. You can see the names of the founders on the right, and the street in the yellow, hoping to end at the sea. And the lines that crosses are still the streets of today. This is the beginning. So I started looking at Ahuza Street, walking around, documenting, looking at the people, looking down at the pavement and trees, looking up at the signs, seeing a lot of noise. And this is quite an embarrassing picture, but I put a camera on my forehead, and it documented, just the way my mind was looking and my eyes were looking. I looked at the city and on the street on festive days, on just normal days, and at the time I found out this beautiful town called Todmorden in England. It's a town that all the people there are involved in the public spaces and the gardening and the landscape, and everything that is planted there is eatable. I really like this idea, and I wanted some of it to come with me. So I went and took a gardening course to study this unknown topic. And what mainly I wanted people to be more involved in the public spaces around them, in front of their stores or by the side they're sitting. I drove everyone in the municipality crazy till they gave me this garden bed. And they said, just leave us alone, do whatever you want. So this is what I did, and I gathered friends of my children, and this, as you see on the top, this is one of the sons of the founders. He escorted me. He was a farmer. He knew some of the tricks, and we just made it happen. And we made this garden bed of vegetables, herbs, and things. Even though I I finished the school here, I did not neglect the garden bed, and I made the municipality to be more involved, and they put the stones and helped us from time to time. And this is from last summer. This is my daughter. Not finished. I had a beautiful companion to this trip, this lady in the middle. She works in the store right there. And she's the eyes of the garden bed. She calls, you know, she writes me, Keren, the water is not working, or someone took a plant, or she's there. And sometimes just her and me, and sometimes we have a lot of people coming and doing something. This is one of the festive days. We built this beautiful bench to sit there and look at the garden bed and enjoy it. I did not rest, and I wanted more. So I got another one. In this one, we planted in the winter wildflowers, and in the summer we have herbs, so we call it tea party. And the third one was established earlier this year by these students, and this is last week. It's really cool, and they're very high. This project was presented both in the Biennale, Yael, in your book, and this is from the UN Habitat 3, a book that was published, the Civil Society as a City Maker. If you can't beat them, join them. I joined the municipality, and and I'm part of this group that takes care of local businesses in the city, and I'm in charge of the businesses in Ahuza. We took this parking lot, and for one day was a party of accessories and beer. One day we did party for children selling their old toys. In the winter we do indoor things, and to make people come out, know the stores around them, and be part of the community. This is one of the projects I really like. This is the first Jane walk I did while being here. These two people are the two people that came to my walk. But this year I had almost 100 people coming to 4 different walks, and on the back is the deputy mayor coming and talking to the people. The latest project I'm working on is this one. We're trying to make people leave their car, come to the main street in public transportation, walking, cycling. It's really, really a hard thing to make people in the suburbs change their mind. And this is the project I'm working on now. My last few slides are just things I do not in Ra'anana. I want to show you, this is a project I do with Michal and Adas here. We work in South Tel Aviv with elderly people in a very, very poor neighborhood, and we listen to their stories, combine them with a little graphic design, and they paint their own public space with this story of the neighborhood. Yeah, and the other part, different population of Tel Aviv North. I'm establishing community, sustainability center, sorry. We're doing things in public spaces, making people work, be more green and more environment influenced, and create things by gardening. And that's it.